His Morning Crew with Rob, Allison, and Jim.
So we have a special guest. Say hi.
Hi.
Hey, Sammy.
Sammy had his last day of school yesterday, so today he gets to visit Mommy at work.
And I will go.
Okay, just wait. So Sammy and I have been working on our summer bucket list, right? It's all the fun things that we want to do over the summer.
Yes.
So what's something on our summer bucket list?
Going to zoo.
Going to the zoo. Yep. Anything else you can remember?
Swimming lesson.
Yeah, he's going to take swimming lessons.
Oh, nice.
I see it on the computer.
Yeah. Uh-huh. And we thought maybe paddle boarding. I don't know. So every year we try to make a little list, and I know a lot of families do this, of things that they want to accomplish over the summer just so they have these fun memories, to take away.
And I'm gonna go, and we will go down to the Columbia Zoo.
To the Columbia Zoo.
That's going to be fun.
Yeah. And you know what's at the top of Sammy's list? A silly string fight. We've got silly string.
What's going on?
We're going to kick Summer off right now.
Silly string in Jim's face.
Yeah.
That's great.
Let's play him.
Spray rock.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Yes, that was fun. Awesome.
He wants to do more. Oh, no. So while they're doing their silly string bucket list summer thing, how about you? What's on your summer bucket list?
Put my microphone over there.
Oh, now he's squirting the microphones and cameras. 800-447-7234. It's His Morning Crew. Join the conversation. What's on your summer bucket list? Let's have some fun.
Mornings with His Morning Crew.
this has never happened to me, but there's a time in your life where you realize you're not as young as you used to be.
Okay.
That's never happened to you?
I'm not that old yet,
Oh, okay.
but for you guys, I'm sure it is.
He's only 60.
Careful. Anyway, there's this 20-year-old guy who somehow was at the playground at 4:50 in the morning and got stuck in one of those little toddler swings. And he's 20. Apparently, he thought he was still a toddler. So that's kind of embarrassing. I guess the playground was probably empty, and he needed a place to think, sit down and think. So why not sit in a toddler swing?
And got stuck in it.
Yeah. And the police finally came. First of all, don't get stuck like in the wee hours of the morning because there's not a lot of help around.
No.
But the police finally came, did the old-fashioned stuff of just trying to yank it off, but he was stuck.
Wasn't a sight to see.
Yes, poor little fella. And
Who else? Did they call the fire department
they had
by
to
chance?
call the fire department.
Oh,
They
no.
came with the Phillips head screwdrivers and took the
No.
swing apart.
Oh, man.
3 hours he was stuck in that thing.
Well, I gave him a lot of time to think.
Yeah, and now he can move up to the big boy swings.
I guess so,
Goodness.
right? Thinking of Jim at this moment, too.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
I wonder, when was a moment that you realized you're not as young as you used to be? Like a 23-year-old trying to fit himself into a baby swing. Or Jim Mann trying to run a marathon.
What? I can do that backwards.
I'm sure you could.
Like a gazelle.
Mine was probably the last time I tried shopping at Forever 21.
Oh, yeah.
I love their clothes and I love the price, but
The name is a lie.
I know. Now I'm like, I'm shopping for my niece. Yeah, not myself.
Ew. That's awkward.
So what about you? When did you actually realize? When was the moment that all of a sudden there was an epiphany? I'm not as young as I used to be. 800-447-7234. You can join the conversation. Call or text on in.
Mornings with Rob, Allison, and Jim.
So the conversation has turned into when you finally realize I'm not as young as I used to be. Because Jim was sharing about this guy, 23 years old, who went to the playground and got himself stuck in a kiddie swing. You know where they have the legs in? The kiddie swing. The fire department had to come and get the guy out of that thing. 800-447-7234. Wait till you hear what Steve has to say about that. What did you say your thought was about realizing that you were not as young as you used to be?
I prefer to call it your ego writing checks that your body can't cash.
Oh, that's true. 800-447-7234.
Yeah, we heard from Angela. Said, I'm 26. When I get on the floor and play with my 3-year-old, it's not that easy to get back up, and I heard it only gets better.
Yeah, right?
26. Oh, my goodness. Okay, so Kathy says I'm not as young as I used to be. I discovered this recently, jumping for hours with my grandchildren on a trampoline. Not so bad during the time, but the next day I could hardly move.
It gets you, doesn't it? Okay, how about you? When did it come to the realization for you? You woke up, you're like, not as young as I used to be. 800-447-7234.
Mornings with his morning crew.
Now, here's a thought. When you realize you're not as young as you used to be. See, we saw this story about this 23-year-old who decided, I'm going to go to the park real early in the morning and put myself in one of those kiddie swings. You know, the ones where you have the babies in, the toddlers in. He got stuck. The fire department had to come out and get him out of that thing. So what about you? 800-447-7234.
Heather says, I'm not as young as I used to be. I'm 33 and I can no longer eat anything I want. Now, if I look at a slice of pizza, it goes straight to my thighs.
Oh, I know. Hey, Gene says when your joints start imitating Rice Krispies cereal.
No.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
mine
snap,
don't
crackle,
do that.
pop.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, Teresa's with us. How about you, Teresa?
Me and my niece were outside at work, having a little, dinner, and I was telling her that, I used to do backflip. I was 34 at the time, so I showed her. I did the backward flip, but put it this way: next day I had to go to a chiropractor.
No.
Oh.
Was that the last backward flip you ever did?
Yes, that was the last backward flip I've done.
Oh, no.
I did do it.
Yes, you did.
Now at almost 60 years old, I still plan to go roller skating.
Oh, good for you. When are you going to do that?
Who knows? I might do it this weekend. I did go indoor skydiving in November.
Mornings with Rob, Allison, and Jim.
Okay, Allison was just reading this very interesting text at 800-447-7234.
Yeah, Matthew tells us he experiences synesthesia, meaning he can smell a sound.
Isn't that interesting?
I had never heard of that before.
Okay, I loaded up a couple of sounds. We're dialing Matthew right now. I hope he's there, because this is so interesting about this.
Hello.
Hey, Matthew, Rob, Allison, and Jim, his radio.
Hello. How are y'all?
You're doing great. Okay, so Allison told us about the text that you just said. I'm very curious. When did you discover this, God-given gift?
Around 2001 or 2002. Graduated nursing school in 2000, and I would be passing meds around lunchtime. And I had spent so much time with my grandmother as a child, and she cooked Chef Boyardee for me for lunch mostly. And The Price is Right would be on, and the opening music would come on. I was like, man, is there someone around here eating Chef Boyardee, or is the cafeteria serving spaghetti? No, it'd be chicken or fish or something very bland with no smell. And the more it happened, the more I realized. And I looked it up.
So you hear and then you smell what you're hearing.
Well, that sound of The Price is Right elicits the smell of the Chef Boyardee.
That is so interesting. Well, we're going to play a couple of sounds, okay? And then we're curious on what you smell with this sound.
I smell lunch food.
So that school bell makes you smell lunch food?
And for me, it's not a pleasant smell.
I don't think that's pleasant for anybody. Okay. Here's the next sound for you.
I can smell burning house.
So when you hear this fire whistle, you smell a burning house.
My home was that burned when I was young. We have a fire whistle here in town. When I hear that fire whistle, I smell the smell I smell when I walk up under the old house.
So you associate it like with a memory, it sounds like to me.
It is. It's memory associated.
I was reading about one person that every time they heard the Lord's Prayer, they tasted or smelled bacon.
Yeah.
You do too?
That means I do. No, I don't. But I mean,
hot dogs maybe.
Hot dogs, no. But carnival music. When you go to the state fair, what do you always smell? if I hear carnival music playing, like in an ad or something, I can smell the bratwurst, the cooking onions.
So interesting.
And it's all associated with memory. I think I get that. That makes a lot of sense. And I'm not trying to do a pun here either. Matthew, thank you for explaining this whole cool gift that you have.
Mornings with Rob, Allison, and Jim.
Oh no, she's done and did it again. She loves the discount grocery store. And once again, Alison Storm has made another discount grocery store discovery.
Come with me to the grocery store. Oh, come with me to the grocery store. I'll meet you there forevermore. Come with me to the grocery store. Oh, I like you are.
I'm going to help you get swimsuit ready.
Oh, whoa.
I'm there.
No.
All right. Sammy, my son, is here. So if you hear little voice in the background, that's him. Although I told him if he's quiet, he can earn a cake pop.
Oh.
So be quiet, Sammy. All right. So take a sip of what I handed you in the bottle. Oh, wait. Did you shake it?
No.
Yes.
I'm afraid. Now, listen, I heard her earlier, Allison, say to some of our producers, this is gross.
Well, no, I think I said something like, I feel like I've been too nice to you guys lately, and I wanted to push the envelope a little bit.
The word gross came out of your mouth. It was gross.
How is it, Jim?
It's not bad.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I love healthy stuff.
It's kind of gritty.
Wow. This is not gross at all.
See?
For real?
This is like the
Wow.
best tasting stuff I've ever had
Us health
in my
nuts.
life.
I totally underestimated you guys because it's called NutriBlade Organic Wheatgrass.
Yeah.
And this stuff is healthy. I mean, it's got chlorophyll, vitamins, minerals, amino acids, everything you need.
Is this from your yard?
It's equal to 5 wheatgrass shots. This one bottle.
Nice.
Oh,
And you'll be
nice.
happy to know the Best Buy date is only May 10th, you guys.
Only
I
May
mean,
10th.
Same month.
We're almost to June.
Which year is it?
This year,
Okay.
of course. No,
Okay.
this stuff is not cheap. If you bought this in a grocery store, although I don't think they make it anymore.
But
I don't know, I think it's a discontinued
but if it
product.
were available,
It would be a couple bucks for this bottle.
just one bottle. Mm-hmm. Okay.
How much?
How much was it?
Come on, Rob.
50 cents.
50
Come with me
cents.
to the grocery store. Oh, come with me to the grocery store. I'll meet you there forevermore. Come with me to the grocery store. Oh, I like you are.
Okay, that's it. Mornings with his morning crew.
This Sunday is the Indianapolis 500. Huh?
Wow.
Indy
Yay.
500, as we say.
That's
in the
amazing.
industry.
And Monday is Memorial Day.
What? Wow, how'd that happen? Well, there's even a bigger event that happened yesterday.
Okay.
In that same area, it's called the Zoopolis. Zoopolis. Is that how you say it?
Zoopolis?
Well, zoo.
I don't know.
Okay, well, what is
Anyway,
it?
let's just stay on this for a while.
Yeah, please.
The 500. It is where Ed, Danica, Scott, and Helio got together and did a race.
Okay.
And Ed won.
Way to go, Ed.
Okay, Ed, that's great.
They're all turtles, by the way, which we know turtles love to race.
Oh, it makes sense. Zoopolis.
Yeah. It happened at the Indianapolis Zoo yesterday, and the day before yesterday, in fact. And it might have started on Wednesday and probably just ended because these are turtles we're talking. And Danica and Scott, they kind of stopped and chatted for a while.
The turtles.
Like a foot off the starting line. I don't know what Helio did, but Ed went right for the fruit plate, which was at the finish line.
Oh, so there was a payoff at the end. For
I
these turtles.
understand, Ed. I would have beelined it for that myself.
The fruit plate?
Yeah, I like fruit, Rob. It
Yeah,
doesn't
but
have
That
to
was
be
the
on.
only food there.
It doesn't have to be on a
okay.
Danish or something. I like eating food. Period.
He does not
glorious food.
discriminate.
No, I do not. So, if there's anybody still around after this big event, they might watch the Indy 500.
Okay.
Sunday.
After the whole
But
turtle thing.
Most
yeah.
are probably gone by now.
Yeah, well, they want to get their own fruit plate.
Yeah. Go ahead.
More than just pretty voices.
Senior pranks can be fun, but they can also get kids into a lot of trouble. I just read
yeah.
about one teen who can't attend graduation because he listed his high school for sale on Craigslist.
On Craig's
Yeah.
list, it's one thing putting a bogus sign out in front of the school.
Right, yeah. But then I found this other senior prank that shocked teachers at a school in Alabama because it blessed them so much. You see, these seniors, they got permission to go into the school over the weekend and decorate the teachers' doors with signs of encouragement and slipping special notes under their doors.
Well, there were also cards under each door. Like when you open it, it said, "Love you, class of 2018." And so they slid a thank you card under each door, even if a door didn't get decorated.
That was AP English teacher Lindsay Hornbuckle, and she says this is a senior prank that she and all the rest of the teachers will never forget.
That's a different kind of a prank.
Yeah.
Did a love on the teachers. That's cool.
Yeah, I wouldn't call that a prank.
Well, they weren't expecting it.
It was a blessing. That's all I did in school, just blessed people left and right.
Bless them how? You blessed them out?
Okay, they didn't even know I was there.
Jim.
Big deal.
You're loved, Jim.
They didn't know I was there.
We love you.
This ain't high school.
Do you need a cake pop?
Yes.
Mornings with his morning crew.
A mother and daughter started going to college together in 2010. They had this dream of walking across the stage together to get their diplomas. But then their dream was put on hold when Ashanti, the daughter, found out she had bone cancer in her foot.
I became very depressed. I became very helpless. I lost faith in myself. I lost faith in God. Honestly, I did. I stopped going to church for a while because I just kept asking God, why me?
Her mom, Kenita, wanted to quit school to help her daughter, but Ashanti didn't want her to, so she did not quit. She kept pushing through, and she was able to graduate in 2013. Now, 5 years later, and cancer-free, her daughter, Ashanti, is now graduating.
No matter what the doctors say, God has the last word, and cancer is not a death sentence.
They're giving all the glory to God, and they want to tell others their story so that other people don't lose hope. And Ashanti is now thinking about earning her graduate degree, and Kenita now works at South Carolina State University.
That is so cool. They're sharing their story on WLTX as well. And man, they're getting that message out about God doing that whole thing, for
They
sure.
really are. Yeah, they've been through quite the journey. And even though they didn't get to walk across the stage together, they both accomplished their goals.
Isn't that amazing?
That is inspiring. I'm going to ask my dad if he wants to go back to college with me.
How old is he again?
He's 96. He'll be fine.
Why not?
Yeah.
Just pick him up from the nursing home.
Okay.
His morning crew.
Just in case you didn't know, Jim Man, our producer, has a really strong feeling for cats. And so as we head into Memorial Day weekend, we are blessed, we are honored, we are privileged that our very own Jim Man has yet another cat story for you.
You remember I was talking, I think it was last year, I was talking about a cat riding on top of the van.
Yesterday.
That was yesterday.
Man, time goes so fast at my age.
See, his short-term memory shot.
Well, everyone was really concerned about this cat.
And rightly so.
That it was riding on top of the van, whoosh, going 60 miles an hour, until someone pulled up next to it and said, "Hey, you have a cat up there."
Thankfully.
So they pulled over, but no one really knew what happened. Well, some friends of this person in the van saw it on the news, and they all called her. And so now they know who it is, who the cat is, and everything's fine. Oh, you want to know?
Yeah.
The cat's name is Rebel.
Oh,
It matches.
That's suitable.
Rebel's probably having fun up there, riding for like 2 miles up there at 60 miles an hour. And the owner is Michelle Krieger. And she saw the video that they showed on the news for the first time. Listen to her.
Oh, look at him. Oh, poor baby, look at him. Oh, see, I hear him meow too. I bet that's when I heard him meow. I bet that's when I heard him meow, that one meow right there. Because, I'm glad you held on. Just before he came alongside me and started honking, I thought I heard him meow. And I didn't say anything to my boyfriend about it because I'm thinking to myself, well, why would I hear him meow? He's not in the van.
Good thinking. Well, it turns out that that cat does belong to them. The news were speculating, like, it's probably a stray cat in the neighborhood, blah, 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 blah. But no, it's a cat that's normally like either under the van or in the van. But you say they never checked on top to look for the cat.
Why would you? You wouldn't think to.
I always do. I check the sides and the front. I lift the hood and stuff like that.
The wheel wells.
The wheel well.
Yeah, those
the
things.
Wheelie, I do.
Good.
You know, I'm not one to say I told you so, but I think Rob and I both thought the cat belonged drinks to the people in the van, and you were like, no, it's a stray cat.
Yeah, he did say
I'm going
stray.
by news people, which used to be, right? I used to always believe news people.
Jim, are you trying to slam Allie? Was that a slam?
I'm playing ping pong.
Like you used to be. Yeah, Allison used to be one of them news journalists.
And I always believed them, but obviously
sure you do.
this cannot happen.
Rob, Allison, and Jim.
There's this post I saw on Facebook, and it's from a hair salon. And there's this elderly woman that is sitting in the stylist's chair. And her husband's standing behind her because she can no longer style her hair by herself. And her husband insisted, please show me how to do her hair. When I'm at home, I just want to make sure that my wife looks as beautiful as she always does. And so he asked the stylist, and the stylist's like, okay, I'll show you. So from the hair products to the way you hold the brush, the dryer, everything, it's truly blessed a lot of people, especially the person, Reagan, who took this post and put it online because she's like, you're not going to believe the love that this man has for his wife and just wants to make sure that he can help her out every single day. It's the cutest thing to see.
It is cute. My husband would totally do this, and I think you guys would do this for your wives, too.
Good. I'm glad you didn't say, I think Rob would do that for Jim.
Will you?
Well, Jim doesn't have that much.
It won't take long, Rob.
Well, give me a brush, and Allie will show me on how to style your hair.
Oh, that's creepy.
Yeah, well, it creeped me out.
It's even, believe me.
Rob, Allison, and Jim.
Mike Kohler. This dude trained so hard. He was going to do his first ever long distance race, and it was a half marathon. That's 13.1 miles, in case you're wondering how long that thing is. He's a plumber. He's a pipe fitter. And so he's like, okay, I'm just going to do this. So he was 8 miles into his run, and then he realized something. I think I made a wrong turn somewhere. So now he's like on the full marathon course.
As I kept running, I was feeling pretty good, and I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna go for it, because why not?
Yeah, he went the full marathon. Every single mile of it, 22.6 or 26.2 miles, and he did it in just under 6 hours. Way to go, Mike. Turn it into Forrest Gump there.
Yeah, if you get to a certain amount of miles, it's like, what's 13 more?
Yeah, right? So I can do this. I'm stuck in here anyway. I mean, the dude could have stopped wherever 13.1 was and find a ride back to the real finish line.
That's true.
But he didn't. He's just like, I'll just keep going.
Yeah, typical guy. We can't take directions.
Here's the thing. Since he didn't cross his official finish line, he never got the medal that everybody gets for crossing the finish line.
No!
Yeah.
Give the guy a medal.
Yeah, he deserves 2 of them now.
Yeah,
right?
give him one of yours.
Yeah, well, I got a few of them.
There you go.